But yeah, '07, True South. That's also where. That's around the time that I was a real big fan of HAYSTAK, right?
Right.
And in my special thanks, I took my special thanks on my albums very serious about writing it out and making sure that it was. That's another thing that you don't get.
Yeah, you
with
don't get
digital.
That. Yeah,
you don't get the special thanks.
Yeah, and that was a major part.
That was a big deal.
You wanted to buy it. You wanted to open the cover. You wanted to see the pictures.
And I took a lot of care in my special thanks. And in the special thanks of the True South, I remember thanking HAYSTAK.
Yeah.
Because there were some of his songs that helped me get through losing my dad, like Sell On.
Yeah.
And I gave him I never met him, didn't know him.
Yeah.
Felt like I knew him. I felt like he was my brother.
That's what you want music to actually do for you.
I felt connected to this person, and I gave him a shout out in my special thanks. I was like, shout out to HAYSTAK.
Yeah.
You know, and he saw that.
Yeah.
And later, after we worked together, and I think it not like it fucked him up or nothing, but he realized that I was like truly inspired and like was a real fan. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky out here if you're the artist and you got other artists. You know, most people are like coattail.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that coattail ride.
Exactly.
Me, I just wanted to be around Stack because it just felt like it felt so real. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so real. The shit he was saying was like, this was the realest shit. This was that Tennessee shit. I could relate to every word. And
I fuck with Stack.
I gave him that shout out in that album, and then right after that is when that was 07 and 08. I reached out to his management at the time, or at least who I was able to get in touch with, which is now Snap, which was at that time Lil Blaze.
Lil Blaze, yeah.
Because I was doing some video stuff for Lil Blaze at an award show. He had hired me, his daddy, Big Blaze, had hired me to come out and film the award show because Lil Blaze was going to be in it, yada, yada. I was like, hey, you fuck with Stack. I want to get a feature. It was like $1,500. I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Here's my address. And he was like, all right, we'll pull up. And this was like talking he's like, I'll hit you on MySpace and get the info. And like,
way back in the day.
And then I'll never forget, I was nervous as shit. I had the studio here, I had it ready. I had Swishers rolled, I had Crown on ice, I had the whole shit ready for a boss to pull up, you know what I'm saying? They pulled up in the Bourbon, all these big white dudes, big ass white boys got out of the Bourbon and was like, I'm the leaves on the trees and the stripes on the street. Come on. And I was like, man, I got the boss up in here. You know?
Yeah.
And he was so cool. And we did this record together called Raised in the South. Never even put it out.
Damn.
Never even put it out. Bought the feature, wound up. What I did is I bought a position. Because when I bought the feature and then he came in and he was like, damn, you doing the producing? Like, damn, you doing the engineering? Who's shooting? I showed him the videos. He's like, oh, you shooting the videos? Oh, you doing the photography? And I think this was right at the time when Alex King and him had gone their separate ways for whatever. And he didn't have a videographer dude at the time. And he was like, want a job? I said, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want a job. And he was like, all right, I'll be in touch. And like a week later, he hit me up and he was like, hey, I need you to come down here to Augusta, Georgia. Bring all your computer and editing equipment. I didn't have no laptop. So I had to load up this big ass desktop, computer, the screen and everything. I drove in my Ford Escort station wagon 9 hours to Augusta. And then got there and like we're in the studio where James Brown had recorded. And like, he was like, yeah, it was late.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you gonna sleep in this booth right here. And I was like, I'm sleeping in a vocal booth where James Brown had cut vocals. I was just happy. I mean, I couldn't be no happier.
On top of the world.
Yeah, next morning they handed me this big ass camera and they were like, you gonna film with this. And I was like, I don't even know how to turn this on. All I got is this Sony Handycam that we're going to work with. And they're like, nah, you're going to use this big boy shit. So, you know, I started working with Stack. He was like, hey, man, you want to go on tour with me? I was like, hell yeah. 32 city tour. He put me on as his hype man.
Yeah.
So now I'm on stage with him as his right hand dude. I'm out there. I'm his hype man. We're dressed the same, and we're on a 32 city tour on the Dark Lotus tour with ICP.
Yeah.
So,
man,
if you know anything about the Insane Clown Posse, 32 cities with them dudes, you
crazy,
instantly are gonna come back smelling like Fago and butt sweat. Like, it is nasty.
Yeah.
It was the nastiest tour I had ever been a part of, but it was so much fun and I learned so much, man. Stack had me in charge of his merchandise. He had me in charge of, we had a biodiesel bus. So every night we would go fishing for oil out of the back of fast food restaurants. Our bus literally got down the road off of like chicken grease.
Damn.
So we would pull up at like a KFC or a Taco Bell or anything. We go to the window, the drive-thru, I'll be like tapping on the window, it's late. If they're in there, I'm like, yo, y'all know Stack, HAYSTAK? And they're like, yeah, we know HAYSTAK. I'm like, look, I'll give y'all free CDs, autograph shit if you'll let me jack the grease. Oh, man, help yourself. So I had to put on like this white biodiesel type suit so I wouldn't get the grease on me. Jump the wall where the dumpsters were, run this hose over with this makeshift filter, put it in the grease, cut on a pump, and like suck the grease out of their grease.
Yeah.
And that's how we get the bus down the road, bro.
Ah, man.
I'm talking about cutting teeth, bro. You got to know how to swab the deck before you become the captain of the ship.
Yeah, I was energy fishing a long time ago.
Bro, I was out there getting it. And like, so I would sell merch, be the hype man, do that, wake up the next day, take care of anything that he wanted. So basically being his assistant. And then on top of it, we were videoing everything. So I was the videographer, photographer, everything. I was doing the putting together the show. We was like I was building out the show set and everything. So I learned everything. From the University of HAYSTAK. So I always give Stack the OG big homie credit, man. Like I wouldn't be where I am today without him running me through the University of HAYSTAK.
Hey, that's what's up. Shout out to HAYSTAK, man.
Yeah, big OG.
Let's do one.
Yeah, let's get back on it, buddy. And then, you know, full circle after the TV show came out and everything, and, you know, we had gone our separate ways. You know, he told me, he's like, you're never going to be anything more than me with me. I got to let you go in order for you to grow. Yeah. And he cut me loose. And it wasn't no sooner than he cut me loose. I blew up. And when I blew up, he hit me up and he was like, what's up, man? You got anything you want to do? And I was like, matter of fact, I do. NWA was, the Straight Outta Compton was about to drop, the movie. Yeah. And we had gotten the stems for Straight Outta Compton, the record. And I was on A&E thing, and they were wanting to do an A&E crossover promo for the Straight Outta Compton movie. So they asked me if I would write a country rap version of Straight Outta Compton. So I did Straight Outta Country. Yeah. And I got Stack on it. Wow. Most people don't even know that song's out there, but you can look it up.
Did that that record did come out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't even think it's on a streaming platform anywhere. But it is on YouTube. I go and listen to it from time to time because it was so cool to have the original stems to the record. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to have all the wave files for that music. But yeah, as soon as I was given an opportunity to give back to him for everything he gave me, I did. And like, still to this day, when he calls up, I try not to let it ring more than twice before I pick up. Like, what you need, bro? What you need? I got you. Well, you know, whatever it is, that's that big homie love.